everybody, how's it going? My name is Will and welcome to Copper Jacket TV. Hopefully everybody out there is doing well. Hey, we've got some major breaking news that we need to talk about today. This just came out this morning and it's another huge win for the 2A. And I don't think anybody's getting sick of talking about all of these 2A wins. You know, we come from a time when the courts used to uphold state and federal infringements based on public safety. They would somehow weigh public safety against your rights. And if public safety outweighed your rights in their minds, they would uphold whatever state or federal ban was put before them. It has been a nightmare up until the Bruin decision, which changed that and told the courts that you can no longer weigh public safety. You can't use the two-step approach. You have to look at history and tradition. I mean, the younger generations won't even know what we had to go through. But thankfully now the courts are looking at history and tradition, and a lot of these unconstitutional infringements are being overturned, including this one we're going to talk about today, which is going to have implications for the entire country. So let's get into what it is. Now, if you're watching this video and you're not yet subscribed, one of the best ways to support this channel is simply by hitting that subscribe button or scanning the QR code. It's free, it only takes a second, but it really does help us out here quite a bit. It helps us spread our message, it helps us grow, and it helps us in our Second Amendment advocacy. So thank you to everybody who subscribes. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. So earlier today, a federal district court judge by the name of May Agostino, who leaned on a recent decision out of the state of California in a case called Hoffman v. Bonta, which deals with pretty much the same thing, ruled that New York's ban on non-resident carry permits is unconstitutional. Now, just like the judge in the state of California in the case of Hoffman v. Bonta, this judge also believes that people don't lose their 2A rights just because they cross state lines, which is essentially what was happening. People who didn't work or didn't live in the state of New York weren't able to carry in the state of New York because New York does not recognize other states' carry permits, and you're not able to apply for a New York carry permit, and so you were essentially disarmed once you cross that invisible border. The same thing happened in the state of California. These are states who believe that they're able to block your rights once you cross that line, and the judge said we're not going to have any more of it, which is fantastic. So what this means is that people are going to be allowed to apply for a New York state carry permit. It's not reciprocity. It's not what we're looking for. It's not constitutional carry. We are a long way from that if you're talking about states like California and New York. But at least it is an opportunity for people who like to visit New York to be able to carry once they cross those state lines. So here's the important part of the decision right here where it says, orders that New York Penal Law 400.0003A has been unconstitutionally applied to plaintiffs Harris and Vortuba, and the court further orders that defendants must permit residents of other states to apply for permits to carry firearms in New York. And the court further orders that defendants and all other officers, agents, servants, employees, and persons under the authority of the state shall not refuse to accept applications from otherwise eligible persons who are not residents or employees of the state of New York. Now, to come to that decision, you can see where the judge relies on the decision in Hoffman v. Bonta out of the state of California, where she says, although the historical tradition relied on by the California court in Hoffman is not binding on this court, the historical tradition discussed in Hoffman, which came from the Bruin court, supports this court's conclusion. As in Hoffman, here the statutory framework as applied to plaintiffs prohibits them as non-residents from applying for a firearms license. This is unsupported by historical tradition and is therefore unconstitutional. So this is yet another major win that we're seeing specifically because of the decision in Bruin. That same decision that helped us in Nguyen v. Bonta in the state of California, overturn the 1 in 30 law, the same decision that was used to overturn the 7-day waiting period out of the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals just yesterday, and now in this today, overturning non-resident carry bans. This is huge. I'm glad to see it. We have two of the biggest states now with cases saying that their law banning non-residents from carry is unconstitutional. California and New York have been put on notice that their laws are being overturned. So this is fantastic news that I wanted to share with you, and I want to thank you all very much for watching. Y'all have a great day.